Welcome, welcome. This is episode 33 of the F1 Debrief Austria. We are recording this finally. This is the last one before the British Grand Prix this weekend. We were late doing it, like we always say we're going to do it on time, and we always end up doing late because life gets in the way. But we have been busy with the football, with the Euros, and that's been on pause now for a while. A couple of days now it's been on pause. It's going to be back this Friday. It is now the 3rd of the 7th, 2024. We've actually just finished the Spanish one debrief. So go and check that out on the channel as well and on the podcast. For everybody on the audio podcast, Spotify, Amazon, and Stitcher, can you please recommend the video? Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. And on YouTube as well. Remember to smack those likes buttons. Thank you very much. So I'm going to bring in my Coke, who's my partner in crime. This is Toto.
Yeah, big up, man.
How's it going, Toto? How's it going?
Yeah, feeling mine. I've just been getting some rest. Watching the Formula One, watching the Euros been going on as well. Some great games over there. But yeah, overall feeling well.
You know what? It's just one of those days, isn't it? It's one of those days. I know we've been busy on the channel doing a lot of Euro stuff with the football. But there's a bit of a pause with football now. There's no football now till Friday. So plus we've got this is going to be a busy weekend. We've got Silverstone this weekend. Silverstone, our home race at Silverstone. It's going to be an amazing event. Look, this is the one that I look forward to the most every year. Not just because I'm British, it's the fact this is the home of motorsports. This is where most of the teams are based. This is where it all started at Silverstone in the UK. And this is the iconic track of Silverstone. My three favourite tracks are Silverstone, Spa, and Suzuka. Boom. And I did like Hockenheim, but the old one. But I like the new one as well. But they don't go there anymore for some bizarre reason. So let's talk about Austria. Max Verstappen won again. Actually, he didn't win, did he? Oh, yeah, he didn't win.
Yeah.
He didn't win. It was a joke. We know we didn't win. So Max Verstappen, let's talk about this Yeti, Max Verstappen. What happened at Austria? Is that what he is, though? I don't care, man. Listen, I watch this. See, when I do my reviews, I'm a bit more aggressive with my rhetoric. I'm more aggressive, but when it comes to the debrief, it's more chilled. I like to keep debrief chilled. I don't want to be all aggressive, but he's a Yeti. Now, Max Verstappen, we know how he is. Okay, we know how he is. When he started winning everything last season, and the commentators and the YouTubers and the geeks kept coming out and saying, "Oh, he's changed now. He's not crashing into no one." The reason why he weren't crashing into no one because he was 20 seconds up the road. That's why he wasn't crashing into no one. There was no one to challenge him. Now the car has come along to challenge him, which is the McLaren. He's back to his old tricks again. This guy is never going to change. He's never going to change. The only way he's going to change is the FIA, the F1 banned him for a race and let him lose points. That's the only way he's going to learn, because when they give him penalties, when I was watching a race, when he was like 10 or 12 seconds in front of the person behind him, I knew they was going to give him a 10-second time penalty, because they knew if they give him the 10-second time penalty, it's not going to affect him because he's like 12 or 13 seconds in front of the guy behind him. So I knew it was not going to mean one bit of anything. So what was your thoughts on that race with Max Verstappen? Everybody is said, even Will Buxton has said, he's the cheerleader, Will Buxton. For Max Verstappen, he said he should have moved under braking. Joel Palmer said he moved too many times under braking. You got people, a lot of the experts are saying that he moved too much under braking. And a lot of people, you got some other people online, not the experts, the one who knows nothing about Formula One. They turn around and saying, this is what happens when you challenge Max Verstappen. As soon as you hear that rhetoric, you know that they don't know nothing. So I want to hear, I've never asked you about this because when I've done the review, I've done it on the weekend, you wasn't here. So this is the first time I'm asking you about it. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's just pure data draw, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Starting to really remember it all now. That I remember that one corner going into turn 2. I think it was turn 2. Where you go around that little hairpin.
Nikolai the corner.
Nikolai
the corner.
That's the one. Thank you. Nikolai the corner.
Or turn, whatever it is. Yeah.
We don't know.
That is the Nikolai. I don't know if it's the Nikolai the corner or the Nikolai the turn, but it's the Nikolai the thing.
Yeah. But look, it was Norris and Verstappen going into the corner. Norris had the line on him, and then you can clearly see Verstappen just turning into him. Every single time turning into him, forcing him out wide. Norris was playing it clean. Nothing from Norris. That's why I didn't get a penalty for it. Verstappen the one who got the penalty because he's the one who done something wrong. Pretty obvious to say. It's easy to say. If you do something wrong, you get a penalty. But he was doing it corner after corner after corner, moving under braking, weaving, just turning into him. And I'm thinking, I can't believe what I'm seeing. And he gets a 10-second time penalty. And the FIA knows, right, that a 10-second time penalty is not going to do anything. Because he's already 15 seconds ahead of the geezer, of the guy driver behind him. I think it was Sainz or Leclerc. One of the Ferraris, I think. He's already 15 seconds in front of them. So that 10-second penalty will mean absolutely nothing. But look, how I think about the Verstappen and Norris fight. Verstappen is just dirty. You can see that he has no class when he's driving. He's not clean. Like every time when I remember Hamilton and Verstappen rivalry, still going on. But the battles that they had, especially the Italian one at Monza, I don't know what I saw. Verstappen moving under braking, Hamilton kind of go alongside him without Verstappen clipping him once or going wide or getting forced out wide. And people can cover him and say, oh, yeah, when you're up against Verstappen, it's hard racing. Yeah, hard racing, but he's doing it like not even within the rules. It's all right being hard racing. Ayrton Senna was a hard racer, but he done it fair and clean.
Yeah, sometimes they never do.
Sometimes it was a bit hard.
Felicia told you he was going to do it.
Exactly. But Verstappen, right, he's just forcing, turning in, giving both the drivers a puncher, giving himself a puncher, going into Norris, giving Norris a puncher. Yeah, and Norris got the worst end of it because
he moved on the braking. All Norris was doing was holding his line. He never crashed into no one. And if you watch before the now continue. Sorry for interrupting. Continue.
The two punches that Verstappen caused, I think Norris got the worst end of it because I think his tyre was completely off. Verstappen's tyre was off, but now and again it fit back on like a tyre rubber. It was back on, then back out again. So at one point Norris was quicker on the puncher tyres, and then Verstappen was again quicker. It was weird. It was a weird race. And then
let's rewind it back a bit. Let's rewind it back how it all started. It all started. Max, look, it was going on a Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen came in and had a horrible pit. He was in there for 4 seconds. People said, the reason why Max Verstappen, he called it Max Verstappen, is because he had a crap pit stop. But that's part of racing.
I know.
That's part of racing. This is what I'm talking about some people. Oh, look, no disrespect to certain people out there, but look, you just got to open your eyes, man. Pitting is part of Formula One. That's just the way it is. It's always been all right. Back in the day, sometimes there's a community. It took longer to pit now, obviously, with the machinery they got now, the technology they got now. Pitting done a lot faster. Tires are heavier, whatever. But what it boils down to is pitting is part of Formula One. And your team, you come in there as a team, as a collective unit. And if your team doesn't pit well or gives you a delay, that's the team fault, isn't it? You can't blame Lando Norris. What you expect Lando Norris to do? Say, hold on, I'm going to wait for you to get them 2 seconds, and then I'll let you get back in front. No, it doesn't work that way. It's the whole point. It's not just you driving. Like, obviously, you're driving out on your own, but the team is part of the team, isn't it? But that's what cost Max Verstappen. Lando Norris had a good pit stop. I think it was 2 seconds. He caught up with he still had a little gap between him, even when he came at the pits. But Lando Norris was on it that day, and he was behind him. Max was moving under braking. There was zero warning from F1, from the FIA stewards. There was no warning. He moved under braking 3 times in the same corner, a separate lap. So 1 lap he moved, the second lap he moved, third, and the third time he moved again. There was no warning. The 4th time, Lando Norris tried to go for it. He went a bit wide. Max Verstappen done the switcheroo on him. I think Max Verstappen done him there. He knew he was going to launch for him, and Max Verstappen waited, let him launch, and then he went for the switcheroo. And that was clever driving right there. But the fifth time when he went for him, yeah, Lando kept the line. He didn't move. He kept his line, and Max Verstappen just wedged him out. And then that was it. That's what cost the puncher. Now, I was thinking to myself, why are they taking so long to come to a conclusion, to come to a decision? It was so clear. And they saw the time with Max Verstappen's time. This is just like Russia, just like when it was in Monza. They're waiting for the time to come in. And I thought, right, there was a 12, 13 seconds. He was in front of the guy behind him, Max Verstappen. Yeah, you know, when he come out the pitch, yeah? He come out the pits, changed his tyres. And when he come out the pitch, yeah, there was about 13 seconds behind him, the driver. So what they did, they gave him a 10-second time penalty, and that will keep his place where it was. He kept his place. And they knew this. They knew this. This is what it took so long to come to a decision. That was a clear and obvious decision. What happened? I mean, it was clear and obvious, all right? What happened? It was very clear, but they took so long to come to a conclusion because they wanted to do as less damage as possible to Max Verstappen. That's in my opinion. They keep doing it to this guy. He keeps getting away with things so much time. I don't know what Red Bull's got over the Stewart. I don't know what it is. See, they can't blame Lewis because they want him to just win everything. I just don't get it. Now, this is how, look, where did he finish, Max Verstappen? 5th place he finished. 5th place. He was 13 seconds in front of Nico Hülkenberg. And they casually gave him the 10-second time penalty, which meant nothing. It meant nothing. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. And it's just the way it is, man. You know, when the race finished, I turned off my TV. I turned it off. Because you know why? I don't want to hear the rubbish from the commentators. I don't want to hear people say, oh, yeah, it was good driving. And people sitting on the fence, forget it. I'd rather just turn off my TV because I know what they're going to say. I know what they're going to say. The next day, Martin Brundle's going to come out on the Twitter. He's going to do his column that he always does on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on F1.com. He's got his little column that he talks analysis about the race. And I know what's going to happen. They're going to say, oh, yeah, it was fair racing, but it wasn't. It was... That thing could have happened. Max could have moved that way, but he never. Lando Norris could have swerved that way, but he never. Basically, just everyone's sitting on the fence. And I just don't want to hear it because everybody knows it was clear and cut. You could see there, Max Verstappen moved on the braking and he went into it. It's very simple. I don't want to hear the rubbish from the commentators, even though some of the commentators were saying he did move on the braking. I think Caruso said it during the race. Cruz said it. And someone else said it as well, that he moved on the... Even Martin Brundle said it. He kind of... When he done his column in F1.com, he kind of changed his rhetoric a bit, which I thought was whatever. But this is why I just turned off my TV. So let's finish it off there. Look, George Russell come first, got his first win. His first win of the year. Congratulations to George Russell. It was actually nice to hear the British national anthem again. Oscar Brassi, good position for him. He had a good race. Carlos Sainz third. It was good for him as well. He didn't get his thing in Spain, but he come third here. Good for him. Lewis Hamilton, 4th place. 5th place, Max Verstappen. 6th place, Nico Hülkenberg. That's what I'm saying, man. He's still got 5th place, Max Verstappen, after all that. Because that penalty never done anything.
And the thing is what's bad, that Lando Norris finished with no points. Because he had to retire the car.
That's even worse.
And Verstappen's got points. And
so he come off the worst.
5th place to come off a damaged puncher, a damaged tyre, is still good points. It's not really good points, of course, you expected first, but 5th is better than last at the end of the day, right? And Norris has lost out on so many points. Norris needs a race win. It's simple as that. He doesn't need a second. Yeah, he's got to do it in Silverstone. He's got to win the race. If he wants to catch to Max, because Max is, I don't know how much points is ahead of him now, but again, it's his a DNF. It's his first DNF of the season, and he's going for the title. Any DNF will hamper your points and hamper your chances of winning the title.
He rammed into his car. I know. Sorry.
He needs to win the race in Silverstone. Simple as that.
He rammed into his car, man.
Yeah.
It was blatantly obvious, and I don't understand why it took so long to come to a conclusion. They're waiting for him to come out the pits. And then when I see where he was on the track, regarding track position, they calculated and said, right, we're going to give him a 10-second time penalty. That'll shut him up. because he's nothing's going to change where his position is. It's just the way
Yeah.
we know what Formula One's that we know what it's like. We knew it was going to happen. They're all happy when he's out in front. Oh, look what he's doing! It's the car. As soon as he gets challenged. But to be fair, there was a lot of reporters saying it was Max's fault anyway. To be fair,
see, if that was me, the FIA, right?
if that was Lewis, they'd be blaming Lewis.
Yeah, but look,
You
if
know
I was the FIA, right? If I was the FIA, this is not me being biased towards Max, right? Even though I hate the guy, it's not me being biased towards Max. If I was a fair FIA, right, I would say, look, a 10-second penalties are going to do nothing, right? He's 15 seconds ahead of Sainz. He's going to stay where he is. 10 seconds won't do nothing, right? The best thing to do is give him a good job penalty.
No, you know what I would have done? You know what I would have done? Stop and go. You stay in the pit for 10 seconds, drive back out. Very simple. Stop and go penalty. Very simple. That's the best. When it comes to stuff like that, you go into the pits, you stay 10 seconds, you put your new tyres on, then you will go out. Very simple. That's what I would have done with him.
And if you don't serve the 10 seconds, he's got
you put it on, you deduct your points.
Put it on at the end of the race.
Now deduct the points. Deduct his points.
And all deduct points. You know,
deduct
that will actually change, you know, maybe behaviour.
They're too soft on him. You know that they're too soft on him.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a Lewis thing. They're doing it with Lando now. But the thing about it with Lando, this is where they're doing it south. Because the thing about it, a lot of these people that used to hate Lewis, let's face it, right, they didn't like him because we know for the obvious. With Lando Norris, right, even though we know that Lewis is bigger worldwide, globally, but in the F1 communities, these geeks that come on Twitch and start doing the little wheel thing, start playing the wheel, the little Twitch geeks, you know for a fact, majority of them love Lando Norris. It's very popular, you know, around that little niche audience. So Max Verstappen running into Lando Norris, I want to see their rhetoric, because I remember when Lewis was getting rammed into, there was a lot of these Twitch streamers were saying, it was fair, hard racing. I don't hear that now, because I saw a lot of these Twitch streamers putting tweets, putting X on, X. I see a lot of these big Twitch streamers, these esport drivers and ones with big channels that follow Lando Norris that used to say, it was just a Lewis thing. It was just fair racing. Now they're saying different. Now it's Lando. When Lewis was against Max, it was all about, it was fair racing, hard racing. Now it's Lando Norris. They're saying they're singing a different tune. They're singing a different tune now because it's Lando Norris, because they know Lando Norris. This is what I'm saying about the F1 community. But it is what it is. Look, we're going to move on. It's going to be interesting weekend. I want Lando Norris to win Silverstone. I really want him to. I want to see a British 1, 2, 3, to be fair. But I want to see Lando first. Lando's time now. Lando's got the car. He's got the car to take it to Max, and I want him to do it. He needs to start winning it. And I think McLaren needs to start talking to that Piastri and say, you got to be the second driver and support Lando Norris. If you want Lando Norris to win the title, Oscar Piastri's not winning the title. He's too far back. Lando's the only one that can win the title now, in my opinion. They've got the car. Ferrari, not so much, because Ferrari's too, he's not consistent enough. Some tracks are okay, some tracks are not. McLaren and Red Bull, the only car that are good everywhere. So it's down to Lando Norris. So is there anything else to say before we head off?
No, I was going to say, congratulations to Russell. Getting his win. Stay consistent all race. Just waiting to pounce, really. I don't think he expected that. But Verstappen and Norris fighting. There's going to be no friends after this. There's like Niki Lauda says, I have no friends. There's no friends in Formula One, man. No. There's no friends in Formula One.
Delusion if you think that. So
if you have got a friend in Formula
One,
if you have got a friend in Formula One, it's always designed to weaken you. Verstappen will happily be Lando's friend to get inside his head. But there's no friends on that track now between those two.
All right. I know. Friends. Anyway, let's go. We're going to head off now. Remember to hit the like on the audio. Sorry, it's a bit longer. We usually do 10, 15 minutes. It's gone over 20 minutes now. But remember to smack that like button. Please smack that like button. And on the YouTube, and for the audio listeners, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon. Remember to recommend the video as well on that platform. So see you later, guys. Big up to everyone. And let's just find this video. There you go. See you later, guys. Bye.
5,